Will it stand in breach of the ICC Code of Conduct? That's question number one. The other is, the ICC may actually decide to withhold the revenue share that the PCB would be entitled to. Remember, this is a consequence of the participation of a member country of the ICC in a global tournament. It's entitled to a certain revenue share. In the case of the PCB, this is approximately $34.5 million or 316 crore rupees. The PCB stands to lose this amount in the event it boycotts the tournament. It could possibly also trigger sanctions on the part of the International Cricket Council, which could entail suspension from global cricket for a limited amount of time and also exclusion from the Asia Cup tournament. Remember, there's already an Asian Cricket Council that runs the Asia Cup, but most of the ICC's decisions end up being binding on the ACC as well. And Pakistan possibly could also lose its hosting rights as far as the Asia Cup is concerned. The Pakistan Super League, which is the Pakistan T20 tournament run by the PCB, could also possibly be jeopardized. ICC and major boards may block the no objection certificate, and countries could deny player releases as well so that they can participate in the PSL. This, of course, also entails the possibility of isolation as far as Pakistan is concerned and bilateral damage as well. This could mean fewer bilateral series, no high-profile home tours, and the loss of the PCB's own independent revenue streams as well. Remember, this is already a cash-strapped organization as well as a cash-strapped country that we are speaking of. Now, Pakistan heavily relies on payouts from the ICC as a primary source of cricketing revenue, and therefore a boycott could trigger a major financial crisis, potentially destabilizing the PCB's own finances. So, like we told you, $34.5 million at stake, which are now at risk in the event that the Pakistani government tells the PCB to not allow its team to participate in the tournament. Media rights to the tune of almost $3.2 billion are also at risk. 85% of the revenue comes from the Indian market. That too now potentially could be at risk as far as Pakistan is concerned. Now, cricket boards are also meant to run their affairs independently, but when there is a direct intervention on the part of the government, well, it's a red line that the Pakistanis could possibly be violating in this particular case. So we're referring right here to Code 2.4 of the ICC's rules and regulations, which say that cricket boards must act autonomously. No government or public body interference can in fact be entertained. And this is also, of course, specific to issues such as team selection, management of the board, and also of coaches and staff, as well as administrative decisions. So these are the important points that need to be kept in mind while debating this particular matter. We'll take this across to our guests. We have Dr. Atikur Rahman, Professor of International Relations, now joining us, and also Nikhil Chandwani, author, who will be weighing in on this pressing subject indeed. So let me in fact go across to Mr. Atikur Rahman first and foremost. Mr. Rahman, everything was fine. Now, India and Pakistan have their bilateral differences. They have serious differences on the bilateral front. But we've decided to agree on a compromise that when it comes to international events and ICC tournaments in particular, we'll play at neutral venues. Let me take that question across to Nikhil Chandwani, and then we'll, of course, patch the line with Mr. Atikur Rahman as well. Nikhil, up to this point, we'll play against each other at neutral venues, given the fact that there's been Operation Sindoor, given the fact that there was the Pahalgam attack. Look, there's too much at stake there, so let's play at a neutral venue. That was a compromise that was struck by both the countries. We will not shake hands, all that is fine. However, now Pakistan decides to interfere in another matter. We have a separate source of disagreement with Bangladesh on a different issue altogether. The Bangladeshis have decided not to participate in the ICC World T20. The ICC clearly told them that if you decide to forfeit your participation, that place will go to Scotland. We'll give you a couple of days to respond. The Bangladeshis said, no, we are not participating, so they lost their place. Why does Pakistan now need to interfere in what is, at one level, a disagreement between the ICC and Bangladesh, and at also another level, BCCI and Bangladesh? Why should the Pakistanis now decide to dirty their hands in this entire matter and put their own participation at stake? Nikhil.
Yes, sir, world has already seen India versus Pakistan in 2025 during the Operation Sindoor when Pakistan actually lost before the power play even ended. And if this rogue nation, this Bukhari nation want to throw a tantrum and threaten us with boycotts, then they need to remember that we haven't stopped them. Pakistan can take their cricket to the streets of Lahore and stick to playing with their cousins maybe. And this isn't 1992 anymore where sympathy trophies are handed out. This is 2026 when performance, credibility, and market value decides your seat at the table, and Pakistan has none. Pakistan doesn't threaten India with a boycott. Pakistan is threatening itself with irrelevance. India doesn't need Pakistan to validate our cricket. India is playing Australia, we are playing England, South Africa, New Zealand. They are all world champions and they are not excuse factories. And let's be clear, nobody is backing Pakistan. No one wants Pakistan, no one is negotiating. And if they don't want to come, the World Cup will still happen. The revenue will still flow for India. The stadiums will still be full. And the global spotlight will still be on India. Cricket has moved on. India has moved on. The world has moved on. And if Pakistan wants to posture, the sidelines are always available. And yes, you are very right. PCB survives on ICC revenue. That ICC revenue is driven overwhelmingly by Indian viewership, Indian sponsorship, and Indian advertisers. No India, no money, no PCB stability. And when Pakistan says we may not come, the correct response is simple. Sure. Don't come, nobody is asking.
So 8 matches that India and Pakistan have played in ICC World T20. India has won 6 of those matches. The Pakistanis have won just 1. I think that was in Dubai a few years ago. If you look at the overall T20 record between the two countries, India has won 12 out of the 16 games that the two countries have played. That's just to educate our viewers about where we stand at a head-to-head level and why the Pakistanis might also be apprehensive to take on India. On the cricket field, all the other reasons apart. But, Nikhil, the other point here is, this is Pakistan trying to stick its leg into what is strictly a matter that does not involve them. And therefore, they're jeopardizing their own chances. In fact, when there was a meeting held in the highest echelons of the ICC, inviting all the member countries as well so that they can have their due representation, when the issue of Bangladesh came up, and this is a meeting that took place in the ICC almost a week ago, the only country that stood with Bangladesh's decision to not participate in the World T20 was Pakistan. None of the other cricket boards who were present actually cared. And now they will not care if Pakistan also decides to boycott. Because Pakistan ends up jeopardizing its own prospects. It's already a cricket board as well as a country that is neck deep in debt. It needs the money. So is this all just grandstanding, Nikhil? Or is it something else?
Absolutely, PCB, if it is playing brickmanship, then sanctions are the only way it has to start, and Pakistan needs to be sanctioned. International sports, it runs on compliances, it doesn't run on like entitlement. Miss tournaments, politicalize fixtures, violate hosting and participation norms, and the penalties will flow. Reduced ICC fundings, that's an option that you share.
Nikhil, I'm sorry to interrupt you because we were, of course, trying to patch our line with Professor Atikur Rahman, and he's joining us right now. Good evening to you, sir. The bone of contention here is, why is Pakistan trying to interfere in what is strictly a matter involving the ICC and Bangladesh? Because up to this point, both India as well as Pakistan had agreed that we will not play in each other's countries when it comes to ICC tournaments. We'll compromise, we'll play at a neutral venue. That neutral venue in this specific instance is Colombo, where India and Pakistan were supposed to play a match at the World T20 on the 15th of February. Now Pakistan is contemplating the possibility of even boycotting the tournament. Why, when this does not involve you at all?
I think, first of all, I'm really sorry there was some connectivity issues, so that's why there was some disturbance. And on the other hand, regarding the topic of the program, I think we should wait and see what the government of Pakistan will decide. That let the decision come. And I must suggest you to stop. Manipulating the things and taking the things in some negative dimension. And please do not politicize the sports. On the other hand, why you
not politicize the sport? Then why is Mohsin Naqvi meeting Shehbaz Sharif Sharif. Mohsin Naqvi is himself a government functionary. He's meeting the Prime Minister of Pakistan, asking him whether or not we can participate in the ICC World T20. We are not the ones politicizing this, sir. It's the Pakistanis who are doing it.
Pakistan into Bangladesh and India's relation. They are a sovereign nation. And on the other hand, we always like to consider sports as a matter of the peaceful development in the region.
So we didn't politicize it. We never objected to Bangladesh's participation in the World T20. They decided to boycott it. They decided to boycott. They decided to back out as well. And the Pakistanis are supporting their decision. Mr. Atikur Rahman, I think you're missing the point. Firstly, you're accusing India of trying to politicize this. India has not politicized this. The Bangladeshis did, and now the Pakistanis are. Why is this not politicization on the part of Pakistan when Mohsin Naqvi is meeting Shehbaz Sharif, asking him whether or not we can participate in the World T20? Why does the Pakistan government need to interfere in this at all? And why have they now deferred the decision until the 2nd of February? Why can't they just say, we and India have decided to play at a neutral venue? We'll play them in Colombo. What's the big deal?
If our minister is having the meeting, formal meeting with the Prime Minister, then that's our domestic matter. Ministers always having the meeting for the
Ministers having a meeting with the Prime Minister on the PCB about whether or not they can participate in the World T20.
Why you are negatively?
Why has this matter even arisen?
This meeting is just
why has this matter even arisen? Why is Pakistan even contemplating a boycott, sir? That's the point. That's the point. Why is Pakistan even contemplating a boycott when they don't have a skin in the game? That is the point. Mr. Chandwani, can you please bear upon Mr. Atikur Rahman here about why Pakistan is interfering in what is a matter involving India, the ICC and Bangladesh? Pakistan has no skin in this game. This is grandstanding, political grandstanding, which has now been exposed, and Pakistan could have actually bitten itself in the foot, losing almost millions of dollars, $34 million of participation fee just because you're contemplating a boycott. Yes, Nikhil, you wanted to say something.
Yes, sir. There is internal conflict going on in Sindh where the people in Sindh, they are demanding an independent Hindu-Pradesh. There are protests going on in Balochistan. And
that could be your perception.
Pakistani government wants to distract their audience by trying to superficially participate with Bangladesh in boycotting this World Cup. And again, boycotting this World Cup would not do any harm to India. We have lots and lots and lots.
Where I'll agree with Nikhil here is that the Pakistanis are trying to play a geopolitical game here that's only going to bite them in the back. That is something that he's alluded to. But Dr. Atikur Rahman, we have a couple of minutes, and since you joined late, I'll allow you to complete your point, sir. You accused India of politicizing this. It's the Pakistanis who are doing it. Now, on the 2nd of February, if Mr. Shehbaz Sharif and Mr. Mohsin Naqvi decide that, okay, fine, we'll send our team to the World T20 and we'll play India in Colombo, don't you think this will only end up resulting in a reputational loss for Pakistan, whose own political games would have been exposed, because Pakistan by then would have realized that we stand to lose too much money, so we might as well participate. Dr. Atikur Rahman, I'll allow you to complete your point. We have a couple of minutes on the debate. Please go ahead.
Mr. Talya, I suggest you to stop manipulating the things.
There's no manipulation on my part, sir. I'm being very transparent.
It happens in the democracy. Please, if you do not consult anything from the Congress, that's your matter. So we always
economic meeting
all
Sir, you could have just said, all you could have said is, Dr. Rahman, we object to what's happening between India and Bangladesh, but we will participate. Enough. That would have settled the matter. But you chose to say that we'll contemplate a boycott. Oh, we're against this. Oh, look, you're treating Bangladesh unfairly. And may I remind you, at the ICC meeting, you were completely isolated. The only country that backed Bangladesh was you. Nobody else cared.
Just a minute. Just tell me one thing. Has the decision come? Has government issued any position?
They should have already confirmed. Why are they not confirming their participation? Why are they waiting until the 2nd of February?
You are just manipulating the thing.
I'm not manipulating, it's a fact. They're expected to take a stand by the 2nd of February, and they should, because the first match they play is on the 7th of February. All they've done is announce a squad.
Just a minute.
But they've sought time to get back to the ICC.
You are again
Why?
and again you are again and again quoting the consultation meetings of the ministers. So please stop manipulating.
I'm not manipulating anything. Why is the PCB trying to buy time from the ICC? That's the question. Why can't they just say we'll send our team, we'll participate? That's it.
Why can't a minister have a meeting with the Prime Minister?
He's he's seeking permission. The minister is already interfering in the affairs of the PCB by virtue of being the PCB chairman. And now he's meeting the Prime Minister to seek permission about whether or not to participate in the World T20. It just reeks of politics, something that's a consequence of your own doing. Many thanks, Dr. Atikur Rahman and also Nikhil Chandwani for your perspective on this debate. We'll finally, hopefully, get an answer from Pakistan sooner rather than later. Let's see what they do.